Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. It's Wednesday and it's our festive stitching Wednesday. So we have 2 more weeks of festive stitching remain before it's Christmas. Okay, so today we're doing on Wednesday, and next week I think the Christmas day is actually on Thursday. So what we're going to do is next Wednesday is going to be a day off, okay? And I'm going to my partner's parents overnight, and on Thursday, the 25th, we're coming back here and do our final festive stitching, okay, together on a Christmas day. I know, we do it with style, this is how we roll. So welcome everyone. And it's festive stitching Wednesday and celebrating Christmas for me. And of course, I'm coming back to this piece, Christmas House number 2. There's 3 in the set. 1, 2, 3. I picked the second one. Okay, this was actually picked during one of the live streams. I run a poll, and this one was the most sort of popular one, so I went with it. Well, I'll tell you the truth. Even if the poll picks someone else, I'll probably go for this one because this was my favorite out of the 3. All right, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, why I love this pattern so much, let me show you the markup. Okay. Oh, there. If think about Christmas, anything Christmas, you can find it here. You've got the Santa Claus on the rooftop, in case you haven't noticed, with the reindeer, an entire team of the reindeer. And then looking down, every single room is like a dollhouse view. You get to see what the family's doing. We have grandmom in the kitchen, cooking some sort of turkey-ish food. And look above, we've got our panda. Okay, that's my destination at the moment. And looking to the right in the middle, just above the main door, mom is nursing a new baby, quite possibly. And to the right, we've got a granddad. We finally found a granddad on the upper right there. First floor or second floor for the rest of you, and a jumping child on the bed, seriously, and then looking down, we've got snowman, and we even have a car on the right there. I don't know why we need to have a car in the picture, and another car on the left as well, hidden behind on the side of the houses there. So we can kind of gauge the time period of this piece. And I think all 3 pieces, 1, 2, and 3, they're kind of slightly in different era, I think. So this one, my guess, is maybe around 70s to 80s. What do you guys think? Maybe we're going to run a poll to see which decade do you think this is? Just looking at the cars there. So this piece, we started from the beginning of November there. I've been stitching it for about 6 weeks now, roughly. And let me show you my progress here. So this is my ab, this is the entire piece there. It's not massive, but it's not small. And this piece, yes, I forgot to mention, this pattern is from a company called Artecy. They're chart creators, and they have tons and tons of different kinds of patterns there. So if you're interested, you can go have a look. Some really nostalgic kind of pieces there. And so this is where I am. This is the large version, okay, and there's a kind of regular size version. But I recommend the large. It captures a lot more details there. And let's have a look. So my last sprint, as usual, is still running. So let me delete it quickly, erase the evidence, and clear the crime scene as usual. So if you look at the progress on the upper left there, I'm just over 2%. I'm really happy about that. Not bad. And looking down on the left side panel there, and the total number of colors is 93. So by no means small number, but it's not so large, not so huge as a number that's overwhelming. So fair bit of color changes, and some areas can be quite confetti. I'll be honest with you, but I'm here for it, So let me create a sprint here right in front of you and starting from 0, no cheating, all right? And at the end of each stream, we play Guess My Stitches. So this number is critical, okay? Every stitch counts and no cheating at all. Full transparency, okay, right in front of you. And let me come back to this view here. And I want to say hello to you. And every day is a fresh day, and every day is a happy day, happy stitching day. So let's have a look. Who have I got here in the chat with me? Oh my God, it's our Sarah, of course, yes. Alien Captain Sarah is providing us a new quote today. No matter what you're doing, what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Demi Lovato. Beautiful, not to be mistaken as Denny's DeVito. that's the comedian. Oh, so sorry. I just ruined the moment there. Yes, absolutely. Just like I'm not a Bible reader, I have to say, but I think there's a line on the Bible says, God will never put you through a challenge you cannot withstand, or something along those lines. So, have trust, have trust. Thank you, Sarah. Beautiful quote. And we also have Chloe as well. Chloe says, happy Wednesday. Can't stay for long today. Early start tomorrow. Oh, I'm having an early start tomorrow as well. I'm covering a class that's super early. I don't normally teach that early. So I've got an early start tomorrow as well. So you're in good company there. And Clara as well. Clara says, hello, everyone. And we also have our beautiful Susan here says hello. And Susan, as usual, responding to Sarah's quote, says, just as long as it's not an oncoming train, Sarah. Indeed, that wouldn't be a challenge. That would be a absolute crisis, Sarah. Run, just run. And Rachel says, hi everyone, been working on Mary Bright by Donna Gosinger. Yeah, the lady specializes in Christmas, isn't it? And she says, I don't think I ever had a chart that has that much confetti ready for some easy stitching with Yogi. Yes, take a deep breath. Ultimately, it's one stitch at a time, And so, welcome. And we also have Nuala as well. Hello, welcome back. Oh, fighting a cold, Nuala, sending love to Nuala there. And yes, this time of the year, it starts to get wintry and snowy as well. So wrap up warm and have a nice stitching session with Yogi. BLT is also here, our Betty. And also Rachel is also here in the chat. And Rachel has joined us as well. And Karen Southland, hello. And Lisa is also here. And Callan as well. And our lovely Suzanne is also here. Great to see you, my love. And Angelique as well. And Ligda. Yes, I'm getting better. Hello. And Born Again Stitcher. Beautiful. And Love Drunk is also here. And Mandy Moran as well. Henny Ez. Who else have we got? And Kelly is also here as well. Gary Barlow the Bunny, Barlow Bunny, hello, and Jacqueline is also here, and Six as well. Oh, so nice to have you on this beautiful Wednesday. Yes, so this piece, let me give you the specs here. It looks quite tiny, and indeed, I'm stitching on 32 counts. Okay, this is my first 32 count piece, and so I was quite nervous when I started. I wasn't even sure that I could see the stitches, but thankfully I can just about. And this fabric is actually has a tint of green as well. It's quite a beautiful green if you look at it directly with naked eye. With the lighting, it looks quite pale, but it's also not dark. The reason that I want to pick a color sort of for the fabric, a color fabric, is so that you probably noticed this piece has a little bit of snow going on there, this wintry wonderland here. So a lot of snow, and I thought having a bit of contrast would be nice. It would offset the white a little bit, and it would be easier to stitch. But so far, the snowy area actually contains a lot of blue as well. So Not too bad so far, not too bad so far. I mean, white stitches is always challenging anyway. So with this piece, I started with the panda panel. I had a panda start, okay? I might be the first one. I don't know. We need to check the history of stitching. I might be the first panda start stitcher here. And if that's the case, I'll take the full credit. Absolutely. Yes. So panda start with this panel here. So each window is all of them kind of framed by the house window. So it's almost like you can pick, you know, whichever panel to start stitching and focus that on that. So the last few weeks from the start, I've been focusing on this panel, and I think I'm probably about 90% done. What do you think, guys? I think it's about 90%. My panda is nice and fluffy and beautiful and has somewhere to sit on. And there's some loose stitches I'll come back and fill in. But last week, with the chat's permission, okay, you guys, with your guys' blessing, I was permitted to enter the teddy zone, okay? And the reason I had to ask for permission, because my plan for this year, because this piece is going to be stitched across multiple Christmas, you know, considering the size, and you know my speed. And so the plan was to complete this panel, and that's it. That's for this year. And next year, maybe I'll pick a different panel. But I couldn't wait. Look at this. Look at what happened. Last session, I had a little baby teddy. It's so tiny, it's crazy. Probably because it's 32 counts as well. So when I'm looking at it, it definitely looks like a teddy, doesn't it? It's amazing. It's well charted, you know, with a few within a tiny square. There's a little teddy right there. So today, this is where I'm going to kind of move into. I don't know how far I can go before this, you know, by the end of Christmas, but I'm going to just slowly move to the left and stitch the surrounding area. I think there's a bear there somewhere, and there's a little kind of toy cupboard here as well. It's quite sweet. So I'm going to just take it easy and, you know, move forward. Wherever I end up, I'm happy, okay? So this is my plan today. And let me know what your plans are and what you're stitching. And let me bring on my work mode here and start stitching, all right? And this is so lovely. And I'm going to miss it, you know, once the Christmas is over. And this is so sweet. It's so sweet. And this area is super confetti here. And I think I've done well. I think I've done well. So today, I'm going to just move my fabric. Yeah, I want you to be able to see the panda, to appreciate it as well. But I'm going to focus on the space around a little teddy here. And let's have a look. And Alandra is also here. Hello. She says, good evening all, not staying long, just can't sleep. Yes, Alandra is in the UK. And it's barely 9 o'clock though. With headache as well. Yes, take a deep breath and just listen to Yogi and the chat. You know, we're stitched for you. We're stitched for you. And let me start by picking a color and we can get started. So I want something that kind of nice and strong. With a few stitches going on as well. So I can warm up these little hands. This one looks lovely, and it's going to be 150. 150. So I'm using CXC floss, and it's 1/110 stitches. Just in case you haven't noticed, I'm doing little 10, and with 32 counts. To be honest, for the way I'm stitching, I think 10 stitches may be the best option, the only option really, because in the beginning when I first started, I intended to stitch it with full cross. And you saw it live here, okay? It didn't pan out that well. So, you know, I had to change my strategy here. And I had to frog a few stitches, okay? It happened. I got my power tool out and remove the initial full crosses and decided to do 10 stitches with CXC. So with the full cross, I was doing it with DMC, but still the stitches are way too full, because the stitches are so small. So here we go. Excuse me, 150 right here, and let's go. Festive stitching, you know, any kind of seasonal stitching is always fun, because you know you're only stitching that piece for that period of time. And so the fun is kind of intensified, but at the same time, you know, it's so precious, because past that period, you don't stitch that piece anymore till the next year, most likely. And 6 is having a new start. Okay. And 6 says, new start for me to try out 25 counts Lugana DMC. Bird Heart 3. How amazing. Yes. Oh, 6 has some beautiful pieces there. And then the first finish as well, wasn't it? Just a few days ago. So I'm going to start from here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little, just tiny bit more. Yes, it's so sweet. I just love it. So tiny, so tiny. And I'm going to do a pin start. It's a little bit tricky when you just, you know, the first stitch, you have to start this way. But fingers crossed. All I'm trying to do is to anchor my thread somewhere on the fabric, and I can stitch over and hide it, hide the pin. So it doesn't have to be pretty. Doesn't have to be pretty. And 10 stitches, you know, I do enjoy it. I know some people don't like it, but I really enjoy it. Oh, let me find my little scissors here so I can cut off this piece there. Callan says, there's a blizzard happening here. Got snowstorm warning. Oh dear. And make sure you're nice and safe, Callan. And wrap up warm. Yes. Stay in, okay, we yogi. It's a lovely fabric, actually. Really, really nice. Really delicate. Delicate. Kelly says, I was working on Christmas projects, but not stitching one of those no-sew folder fabric balls. Sorry, I don't know what that is. Hi, Jody. Jody says, happy Wednesday, everyone listening today while I work. Hope you're all having a great week. Jody is in the work club. Amazing. And we have many work club members. So in good company. And really good to have you. Just slowly warming up. I'm gonna miss this piece a lot. All right, let me take my thread down here. Let me have a look. So I'm doing kind of freestyling cross country with this. It's working quite well. I think for fabric count like this, for me, freedom is kind of quite important. I haven't felt like parking with 28 and 32. Maybe I'll try at some point. I just really enjoy just free roaming with the stitches. Hello, Vaduhi. Yes, Vaduhi says, hello, friend. How's everyone doing? And I'm not going to ask what Vaduhi is working on, because Vaduhi has only one project. I ask you. I know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, you know. Having hang out with us for all this time, Vaduhi has still only has one project going on there. We need to work harder, you know. Helen says, I've got a little over 3,000 stitches on my stocking left. I think I've got it done for Christmas. That's amazing. It's really nice to have a Christmas finish, isn't it? It just with the type of projects we're doing with full coverage, it's not really possible most of the time. So a lot of Christmas pieces, festive pieces, we have to kind of, you know, give it multiple years to finish. But nothing is stopping you from, you know, working on your Christmas piece in the summer, really, if you want to. Let me count carefully here. So I'm slowly taking my stitches and start to wander. I don't want to wander too far. I'll probably get lost. But with 10 stitches, I have to be a little bit more mindful. I find it slightly harder to read, and I misread the locations quite a lot. So I am gonna just do 2 more here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 below. That's fine. There you go. And I'm going to end it here. So I'm going to do a little pin. There, so 150 going on my needle board. So I've got a needle board that's dedicated to CXC. I've got one for DMC as well. That is so sweet. Maddie, hello. Maddie says, hi everyone, no stitching tonight. I'm waiting on Amazon. They're being slow and it's raining. Well, you're waiting indoor, I hope. Right, let me pick another color. Nice and easy. And this area, I don't think it's super confetti. It's got some color changes, but not too bad, not horrendous. Not like the Christmas tree here. The Christmas tree is a little bit brutal. All right then, 3,350. And let's see how we're doing with Spooky Bingo today. We didn't have Spooky Bingo yesterday because I was working on Gecko Rouge. 3,350. 3,350. And occasionally with this piece, I'll run into colors I don't have on my master set because I no longer kit up my new projects. I just dive straight in using the master set, and if I come across a color I don't have, I top it up as I go. So with this piece, I have come across, you know, fair number. Right, we've got 3 here, and here we go. Just a tiny pin there. All right. Hello, busy mom. And I've got Jody, haven't I? Yes. And Michelle as well, Michelle Fuller, hello, hello. Let me see. Callan says, I have 2 stockings to make next year, and the one I can't figure out how to get on Saga. It's going to take forever to do. Oh, where did you get the pattern then? Majority of the patterns seems to be okay with Saga, the conversion. The one I really had a tough time was Gecko Rouge. It's not because the chart itself, it's just the fact that Gecko Rouge does not supply correct the actual DMC number. So I had to import the chart. It looked like complete mess with the colors, and I had to go in and individually try to find matching colors so it would show the markup. It was a a bit of a adventure. But that's what you have to do if you have Gecko Rouge patterns. Nice and peaceful. Oh dear. Michelle Fuller says, I'm working on Milk and Cookies by Donna Gelsinger. Gelsinger. Is it Gelsinger? You know, potato. Weeks and weeks of nights of nice sky stitching. All right. Yes, you know, if you look at this piece, if you look at the markup there, if you start from the upper left, which I wasn't courageous enough to do, then, you know, you're doing a fair bit of sky stitching as well. Some snow. I know some of you start from upper left. Very brave of you. But you do get to Santa Claus a little bit sooner. Whereas it's probably going to take me years to get to Santa Claus. This is so relaxing to do. Oh dear, hang on. I don't think that's correct. What did I do? Yes. I was just saying how relaxing it is. I was being too relaxed. All right, look away. It's not too bad. It's only one leg. It's supposed to be this one. It's very similar. And the only reason I spotted the difference is because of the gridding, you know. And imagine if I was stitching without gridding. Some of you are non-gridding stitchers. Sarah, no names. And I don't know how you even figure out how you even notice if you made a mistake. I just can't get my head around no gridding stitching. Henny says Christmas in July. Yes, it's a thing, isn't it? Some shops, department stores, they do Christmas shopping in July. It's a thing. 2, 3, 4. Let me have a look. And BLT Betty says Christmas stitching on the 25th of each month. Well, but that's 1 day a month. 1 day a month. I don't know. Yes, I suppose That could be done. But then when it comes to Christmas, December, it's less special, isn't it? Because you've been doing all year round. I'm just never happy. I'm thinking maybe it's better to miss it. All right, I'm gonna stop here without wandering too far. And I'm gonna end my thread here. And the thing with 10 stitches is when they're kind of just loosely scattered like this, like you can see the line, the shape of the stitches quite a lot, quite clearly. But once they all come together, for instance, if you look at the teddy bear here, if I didn't tell you, you probably couldn't tell if it was full cross or 10 stitches. That's the magic of 10 stitches, I think. 3,350. 3,350. And today I've got my a cup of coffee here. My just made it before the stream. Let me take a sip. Temperature is just perfect. Hello, Sis. Hello. Sis says, hello, Yogi and everyone. I'm sick now with a laryngitis, but I'm trying to stitch a bit on the Library of Dogs and Supersize Max Color from Amy Stewart. Sneaked in through the back door. Absolutely, you can stitch whatever you want, really. I don't know whether Amy Stewart's got Christmas pieces. I know readings, Winter Reading Nook, I think is secretly Christmas piece. It's not being kind of seen as that, but it's got very Christmassy kind of feel to it. And Sis, don't worry, we keep you company. And throat problem is terrible, yes. I try to keep myself warm as much as I can, because if I lose my voice, it's all over. With teaching, I have to stay home and maybe stitch with you. Maybe that sounds nice. And yes, and get better soon. Get better soon. Callan says it's the Etsy pattern, as in the New Start, but it has that two different colors. Oh, sorry, the not a New Start, the socks, right? There are two different colors for the symbol. Two different colors for that symbol. It's just a complicated mess. I'm not skilled enough to. Do you mean like two colors share the same symbol? That happens with Saga, but you can change very easily. Let me pick the next color here. Let's see if we get a spooky bingo at some point. Oh, I miss a little bit of spooky bingo action. The next color is 554. 554. Let's have a look. 554. It's a light purple. It's very pretty. 554. There. Hi, Maria. Maria Tempest is here. Says, hi, Yogi. Happy stitching. And happy stitching to you, Maria. Great to see you. What are you stitching today? Maddie says, hey, Yogi. I'm watching in the background. I'm officially 8% done with the bear. Amazing, Maddie. Slow down. Slow down. Wait for Yogi. Yes. And you guys just charging forward, you know. Here we go. Whoops. Oh, I lost it. The pin stitch wasn't sturdy enough. Let me try again. My pin stitch was too subtle. And it can be slightly tricky trying to find the center of such a tiny stitch and find the fabric and do the pin, but it's doable. And I'm using wrong sort of cross-stitching needle as well, so it's not sharp, but with a bit of practice, it's doable. Suzanne, hello. Suzanne says, I didn't get much stitching done today. There was a lot going on and now I'm just too tired. But I hit 93% and I'm under 6,000 stitches left. I think Suzanne is referring to her homework. The Heaven and Earth Hate Sow piece that she will have to finish by end of December. You can do it. You can do it. I know. Better you than me. If I had a deadline, I just try to walk the other way and try to do something else. That's just how my mind works. I don't like to follow instructions. The truth is coming out. There you go. That's so pretty. I know it's quite light, but these colors are so lovely. 1, 2, 3. Did I do that one yet? 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done that one. Maria says, Yogi, with markup RXP, do you keep on buying the app because Pattern Keeper keeps on wanting to buy it? Any advice on what to do? What do you mean? Do you mean the Pattern Keeper is a subscription-based app, and Pattern Keeper, you can just buy one off. So Pattern Keeper, is there a free version of Pattern Keeper? I can't remember because I bought it from the start. Is there a free version that you can do? But there's a free version of Markup RXP as well. Let me just bring on Maria's. Let me scroll up a little bit. So maybe you can all help out. Yes. So Maria's question is probably whether she should buy it. I think Pattern Keeper, there may be a free version. Maybe it's a trial period. I remember now. I think Pattern Keeper is a trial period, maybe 2 weeks or a month. I can't remember. And whereas Markup RXP, it may be a trial period as well, rather than free version. Sometimes apps have free tier that you can just keep using, and sometimes they give you a kind of a trial period for you to try out. I think that may be the case, but Markup RXP, you have to keep paying every year. Okay, and if you have the choice, if you have access to an Android, definitely go for Pattern Keeper. It's a much better app. I think sometimes if you don't have choice for Apple devices and you don't want to use Saga, then your only choice will be markup IXP. I know I'm not selling the app for you, I know, but I've used all of them and I know which one is better than the others. Oh, there's a pink little blob there. BLT says, hi Kelly, lots of people always responding to Kelly, but I'm interested. Lots of people do dark stitching and stitch Halloween on 13th. Just any excuses to stitch those festive pieces. I get it. But somehow, at least for me, I think actually doing the festive stitching during the actual festive period just more fun for me. Just make it more special, I think. Or maybe in July we can do a Christmas stitching, like a Christmas in July stitching just for one month. All right, very pretty. All right, so 554. Going back. Roger, hello. Roger says, happy Wednesday. Going home from funeral. Stop at my brother's house. He was on the way. Oh, I hope everything goes well. And yes, come join us. Callan says, the pattern calls for holding two different colors at the same time. I don't know what you mean by holding two different colors. Also, the back stitching on the pattern is being weird on Paradise. I likely to have it printed, sadly. Oh, I don't know what you mean by holding two different colors at the same time. I don't know. Yes, the back stitching, I understand. Well, yes, depends on the pattern. I mean, Saga is pretty good with back stitching, but it all hinges on the conversion, isn't it? So I don't know how CX Paradise does that, because when I have my pieces, the 14 counts that's got back stitching, I had a lot of help by from Jen. Actually, Jane is one of our stitchers here, and she did the conversion and fixes for me. I know she's an angel, but I wouldn't know how to do it myself. All right, let's have a look. Oh, this is very nice. There's something developing here. Let me have a look. I think underneath the teddy is a bed of some sort that she's sitting on. Lovely. 3722. 3722. 3722. Let me double check this color. I'm not convinced this is the right color. 3722. Oh, I'm glad I checked. I think I docked this color on a wrong number, so I don't know what this color is. But it's not 3722 because the swatch looks much darker. Let me bring the real 3722 to show you. It's always good to cross-reference the swatch. I know it's not 100% matching the real color, but it's better to check. Look, This is the real 3722. So I don't know which one is. Any aliens in the chat knows? I don't know. I just docked this this color in the wrong number, so I no longer know what this is. I'll try to match it later on. So the real 3722 is here. Hello, Travis. Welcome. And Travis says, I'm taking a break from stitching and do some Christmas wrapping. How nice. Yes. Are you getting presents for Marek? The first Christmas for Marek. Travis newborn just this year, just 2-3 months ago. One, two, there. Lovely. One, two. Jody says it might be a 7-day trial. Okay, it's much shorter. I think they just want you to have a chance to use it. And if you like it, you know what to do. Roxy says, if I remember, Pattern Keeper is free for 30 days, then you pay, and you only pay once. Yes. It's a much better option. And Roxy says, I love Pattern Keeper. I can't stitch without it. I think Pattern Keeper is really, really good when you do a lot of parking, a lot of color switching. It's, I have to say, it's easier, much easier than doing it with Saga. So, you know, in that sense, depends on your stitching method. I think Saga has a lot of things you can play with to help you to stitch in different orders, etc. Pattern Keepers can't do that. But if you're doing straight parking and color switching, like recently I've been doing a lot of color flow, gemma stitches, I think Pattern Keeper is perfect for that. Much better than Saga, actually. With Saga, it's doable, but it's more fiddly. And I think Saga really need to look into that process, that workflow there. They can make it much better, quite easily, actually. I think, you know, if they want to. It wouldn't be a major operation, I don't think. Yes, it's 30 days. So it's still around $10. I know. They're really not greedy, are they? I love that. And I've heard Pattern Keeper's got some improvement recently. I saw maybe it was Brittany posting something on our group. There's a new functionality that you could mark some sort of frog stitches. I'm not quite sure the user case for that, but looks like it's something that's kind of slightly hidden. A lot of people don't know that you could do it. You can mark stitches to be frogged later. I don't know why you need to do that. Maybe I'm missing something. But it's nice they're actually improving it, because for a while it seems like everything is standing still. One more here. Murphy's Law. Yes, as soon as you go upstairs, the package will arrive. It's always the case. All right. 3722. Let me find a correct number. 3722 on my needle board. Artecy says the downside to Pattern Keeper, if you consider it a downside, is run by a single person. So updates are rare, once or twice a year at most. Yes. Yes, I remember. Maybe I think it's a lady, right? A lady developer. And yes. But at least they only charge you once. Hopefully, they'll keep improving it and fix the bugs, etc. Because with if a piece of software is standing still, not being updated, it's going to be it's going to create problem when the for instance iOS, or is it the system software keep moving forward and eventually becomes not compatible. So hopefully at least they keep working on it so it's compatible with different versions of updates of the system software. That's the only problem. All right, let me have a look. Next one. Oh, this is so much fun. There's a lot of colors happening here. Hopefully not too much air stitching. They were strong colors. I like that. The next one is 3835. 3835. BLT says, hi Yogi, a lot of folks use the monthly for small projects like ornaments or working on stockings, etc. Ah, okay, so you're kind of building sort of small objects, small pieces gradually. I think that's probably what Susan is doing all year long, secretly, because Susan is making her own Christmas cards with her own stitching, like samplers, etc. And, you know, I think maybe Susan is one of those secret Christmas stitching person, people. Confess, Susan. Because she's got a lot, quite a lot building up for Christmas card. Yes, I think it's small ornaments, you know, throughout the year is quite nice. And Nuala says, Yogi, you have a lovely, unique accent. Are you from London originally? Yes, no personal information allowed. And no, Travis says, right now I'm helping my mom wrap. Okay, so it's a family activity, is it? Very nice. Oh, Susan is spotting. Susan is spotting the color. Let me have a look. So this, I still have it here. Susan thinks it's maybe 720, 730. DMC color. Let me have a look. 720. Oh, 720 is an orange though. To 730. It doesn't look like it, Susan. Let me zoom out a little bit. My CXC set is a mess, okay? It looks as large as a cushion. So forgive me. So 720, if you have a look, is a bright orange. 730 is a green. And these in between, no, because this is the color, kind of dark tan, beige-ish. So keep guessing, okay? Guess my DMC color. Well, the CXC color may be a little bit different from DMC, from CXC. Jody says, Yogi, how do you use PDF charts from Hate in Saga, or do you get a different file type? Yes, it's a question quite frequently asked. If you are looking to use Saga, okay, so you do need to convert it to a Saga compatible format, and that is dies. There are a couple of other compatible formats, but I think you need different type of software, and the majority of us are using Cross Stitch Paradise, which is Android device, Android app for conversion. If you want more help, go to I don't know whether you joined our Facebook group yet. It's a much easier platform to find help. We have a lot of really helpful stitchers that will be able to help you out. So it's a quite frequently asked question. You're not alone. Conversion is an issue. It's a challenge from time to time, but once you know how to do it, if you have access to the tools, or you know, some of our stitchers might be able to help you with the conversion. They will convert it for you. Okay. Travis says, I'm debating on getting a paper pattern from Hate for amazing Animal Kingdom. I don't have a tablet. I'm not too sure how Pattern Keeper will work on my phone. Oh yes, it might be a little fiddly to try to mark up stitches via mobile phone. I would recommend a tablet. If you don't have a tablet, then perhaps, who knows, I think paper might be a better option. Or you can just you can buy the PDF and then print. If you have access to printers, it's much better. So if you lose those, you know, hard copies, you can just print another one. And it's a little bit, I think, a little bit cheaper, right? With the PDF digital format is cheaper. I never tried to mark do the markup with my phone. I think just maybe too small. BLT says, I have quite a few Mill Hill Santas. They're perfect for 25th stitching. Yes, little ones. Little ones. Yes, I'm very interested in Mill Hill beaded kits as well. Definitely. So Sarah, you're using a pattern keeper with your phone, do you? Oh, Sarah is an alien. I think for me that would be too small because I move my chart around a lot and zoom in and out. Oh dear, what's going on here? And Bess is also a phone pattern keeper user. Bess says, I exclusively use my phone for pattern keeper. It's working great for me, including some giant projects. Really, Bess, how big is your phone? I've got a Max Pro iPhone. I can, yeah, if I'm desperate, I can probably do that. But ideally, I want a tablet. For giant projects as well. Woo woo, hello. Barlow Bunny says, Yogi, maybe 3770 or 3771. Let's have a look. 3770. Let me see. 377. Or 3772. Oh, interesting. Let's have a look. 3770 is probably not it because it's a cream. Sorry about the mess, okay? Some of you probably slightly traumatized by the mess, but this is the way it is, okay? This is my life. 3770 is actually cream, so it's probably not that one. 3772, let's have a look. It's buried. Oh, I think you're going somewhere there. 3772, let's have a look. Is it a match? Hang on. Let me do this. Let me find this bit out here. Let me show you. 3772, okay? And this is my mysterious misplaced. It might be a match, actually. What do you think? I think this is a match. 3772. I may have found I may have found a home for it. 3772. Yes, woo woo. Yes, it is 3772. It looks like a color. Woo woo, you're an alien. Yes, I think it's a perfect match. 3772, and Barlow the bunny is very close. Yes, it's definitely the right zone here. 3771, I don't even have it on my master set yet. It may be very similar color. Yeah, thank you so much. It's correct. I think it's 3772. Yay. Good. So it's going back. 3772. Yes, you're correct. 3772. But hang on. Yes, it's 3772. Why do I have... This is so confusing. Yes. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Well done, woo woo, alien. Three A64, maybe 3A64. Let me have a look as well. It seems like a match earlier on, but why do I have another color there? 3772. Which one did Clara say? 3A64. 3A64 is probably too brown. 3A64, it looks like this. I think mine is more burgundy. There you go. And find home for the thread. So a lot of phone users for Pattern Keeper, for markup apps. Travis, I think if you, yes, you can try it. Oh, you can download. Travis, why don't you download Pattern Keeper if you got an Android phone and see if you like it? You have a trial period anyway. If it feels too restricted, you can always buy PDF and maybe print a couple pages at a time. So you don't need to have a whole pile of papers. Or maybe you have printers yourself. And just print one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Ruth says, I have used Pattern Keeper on my phone. You can't see much of the pattern, but it works. How does that work, Ruth? If you can't see much of it, how does it work? Okay, I'm slowly taking it up here. Ah, you put it back in 3722. And what was the number before? I can't remember now. What was the number? I was getting confused. Yeah, 3722. It couldn't be though. Hang on, that's why. I was wondering because 3722 was the darker one. And this, look, this is the 3722 that I corrected because originally it was this one being part there. So why does it match the 3722 on my master set? What have I got wrong there? 3772. This, okay, this is 3772. See, I can't read. So this is 3722. 3722. I get it now. And this one is 3772. I cannot read when it comes to number or anything in general. So yes, I think I've got it now. So this is 3722. 3772. That's why I parted incorrectly. And I did it again. 3772. Seriously. It shouldn't be so complicated. 3772. On my needle case. All these numbers. And to be honest, you know, when I was doing so dimensions, when I used to do dimensions stitching kits, and let me just move it up here. And you know, I was aware every single color was represented by a number. And so with, you know, stitching kits, sometimes they use their own numbers, don't they? They don't always give you DMC numbers. But I had no idea those are supposed to be some kind of, you know, thread color numbers, if you know what I mean. I just didn't know. I didn't know what they were. I just treated them as a code that is attached to that color. so a particular color. And so when I first learned of DMC colors, I was, quite blown away because I was more of a symbol user. I normally recognize colors through symbols. And it's kind of workable if you have small number of colors that you are stitching, right? You just go for the symbols. And so I learned of DMC numbers for the first time when I had to kit up my own project. It was a lot of learning curve, a lot of learning curve. Woo woo, you're an alien. Rue says regarding using the markup app via a phone, on a large chart, I can see a bit more than 2 10 by 10 grids at a time. Yes, I think depending on your stitching method, it might be okay if you're doing block by block stitching. If you're doing sort of, extreme cross country like Nikki, then maybe you're going to be scrolling like crazy. Okay, let me have a look. A few more stitches here I can do with this color. I am going to go from here. Maddie says I'm dyslexic, so I totally understand. Yes, I think I probably have a equivalent for numbers. I don't know whether there's a number version of dyslexia. Literally, if you start to quote a number that's more than 3 digits, my mind just starts to go blank, and everything stops having any meaning. And that's why I have to call out DMC numbers as I stitch, because if I don't, I just look at a number, let's say 3A5, 3835 I'm stitching right now. If I don't read it out loud, that I can hear it myself, just by looking at a number, by the time I get to my organizer, I've forgotten what that number is. So by calling out a number, I can hear it. So it's as if someone is saying that to me in my ear. 3835. So when I pick up my organizer, I know what to do. Otherwise, I have to keep looking back. It's really bad. It's really bad. So, and I can be like that with maybe names as well, but not as bad. Names I can manage a little bit better. But numbers, I'm truly, truly terrible. Ruth says, I only use my phone if I don't have my tablet with me. I think if you're on the go, yes, you have no choice. If I had no choice, if I was stitching, on a vehicle, well, which I never done, I'd probably get seasick. But if I go on the plane, for instance, I'd love to try that if I had to travel. Then yes, a phone would be probably my only option there. But otherwise, it's much better to have more screen space. Nuala says, I have the same problem with numbers. They just slip away. I know, they just stop having meanings. If you say 75, I can kind of digest that. If you start to go 3, 2, 7, 1, 10,000, whatever, and it's all just rolled into one blurriness. I just, my brain just stopped working. One, two, hang on. This bit looks a little bit fishy. Where am I? One, here. Oh, all right then. Two, that's fine. And then, dear, oh dear. Okay. Oh, I see. So this stitch slipped a little bit. That's why I did not recognize it. I'm going to fudge it by stitching over it. You didn't see anything. Nothing happened here. Nothing to see. Look away. There. Is that for real, Susan? Number version is calculia. Is that for real? Did you just Google, Susan? Is that for real? Because I'm going to believe it. It's in capital, yes. Discalculia. Well, the word itself is impossible to pronounce, so that's a problem. There must be a number version. I'm sure I'm not alone. And I don't know whether that's associated to the fact that I have no sense of direction. I really don't. And also I have a theory. I don't know whether that is also linked to the fact that I can't mirror movements. So if you go to a fitness class, right, or yoga class, and the teacher goes, raise your right arm, and the teacher's facing you, and they're actually raising the left arm. You know what I mean? So they're matching, they're mirroring you, but the cue is for you to raise your right arm, but the instructor is actually raising the left arm, and so on and so forth. And I have to confess, as a yoga teacher, I cannot do it to save my life. And I discovered that when I was doing my training. And I find all my fellow teachers, they're all doing sort of mirroring like it's nothing. And I tried it and I nearly fell over. Seriously, I cannot do it. So, oh no fudgy 6. Have mercy on Yogi, have mercy on Yogi. And Suzanne says, I have the number version of dyslexia as well. Yes, Travis says, it sounds like Dracula's brother. That's what I saw with the word as well in my mind. Yes, it's Dracula's brother. Exactly. Yes, so mirroring. I think all these things, my theory is maybe they're linked together. What do you think? So if you have issues like me with numbers, do you have great sense of directions? And can you mirror movements and verbally, describe it at the same time? So you have to describe the opposite from what your body is doing. And I cannot do that. Impossible. So for a while, I thought maybe I can't teach because, can you imagine that, I'm facing the students and I'm saying, do the left side. Am I actually doing the right side? And I thought, oh, my career is over before it starts, as a yoga teacher. And luckily, I realized that, students don't mind if you tell them that I'm doing the same side as you. So normally, the students know me. They know I'm doing mirror. I don't mirror, and those are new. Sometimes they look a little bit confused. They're kind of looking at me, trying to match my movement, and they end up doing the opposite side. So I normally just go, hey, I'm doing the same side as you, and so I look opposite and listen to my cue. And most of the times, it fixes the problem. So they realize that they can't just match what I'm doing. They have to listen to what I'm saying. So luckily, so I have a job as a yoga teacher. Otherwise, and I have to do something else. Susan says, yes, it's for real. I know my old job. I know if I'm my old job, I worked admin for special education needs department. Oh, there you go. I know the secret is coming out for Susan. I knew she's just, really sneaky and really cunning with her research. I knew she probably has some sort of special ability. Yes. Okay, so it's a real word. It's nothing to do with Dracula. Oh dear. Yes, that's me, totally. And I think it's definitely linked to the orientation, sort of being able to recognize your direction. But then again, I'm a dancer, so I know directions. I know going forward and back and sideways. So that's not a problem. Normally is when I'm walking on the street and if I'm used to going one way, and I recognize the buildings and, all the, I don't know, signs or whatever. And if I ever so for instance, if I walk from A to B straight line and I recognize the streets, all the, landmarks, that helps me to kind of, recognize where I am. If I ever go into a shop, let's say if I go this way and I decide to go to a shop that's on the right side, by the time I come out, I forget which way I'm coming to the store from, if you know what I mean. Because for normal people, for Susan, for instance, if you turn right to go to a shop, when you come out, if my destination is to the right side there, to go straight forward, then I just come out of the shop and I turn right and keep going and continue my journey, right? For me, it's not like that. If I go into a shop either way, when I come out, I have to, kind of recalibrate myself all over again to find out where I am. Sometimes I just get lost. Sometimes I come out and just go straight back to where I came from. So it's not easy. It's not easy. 718. And I also have a few occasions, it hasn't happened for a long time. I remember, particularly when I was a student, for some reason, I went through a period of time, maybe too much party, something to do with it. I went through a phase. There would be moments that I would literally didn't know where I was. I mean, I'm not joking, okay? And maybe partying has something to do with it. But there were few occasions I was actually quite scared. I remember there was one occasion I remember vividly, even though it was quite a few years ago. I was in Tottenham Court Road, and it was, with Tottenham Court Road, if you've been to London before, come out of the station, it's not the nicest area. It's kind of slightly messy, but that was the area I had to walk past quite frequently. I recognize most of the stores there and everything. I was familiar with that area. I remember it was this afternoon, I went into a shop in Tottenham Court Road, maybe like some sort of gadget computer shop. And when I came out, I looked at the streets. I didn't know where I was. I literally did not know. I was very confused. I was thinking, I knew I was in Tottenham Court Road, in the area that I was familiar with, but I did not recognize the streets. I really did not. I was so scared. I looked to the left, I looked to the right. Everything looked strange to me, even though I was in and out of that location hundreds of times, probably. And I was so scared. And that happened a couple of times. I want to say maybe less than 3 times, but enough to make me really worried. And, and I was a student at that time. I didn't think about dementia or anything like that. I don't think that's what it was. Again, too much party might have something to do with it. But yes, I was so scared. And I literally didn't know which way I'm facing. I didn't know where I was. I knew I was in Tottenham Court Road, but I didn't know how to move from where I was forward, because I literally didn't know which way I'm facing. It was. Let me know if you have experienced that before, so I know I'm not alone. Please don't say it's just you, Yogi. 6 says, first 100 half stitches done on birds' hearts. Yes, I like it a bit. Air stitching as well as relaxing. Yes, I think 10 stitches can be quite nice because it's surprisingly fast, isn't it? Not saying that I will be that much faster, but I think it's a little bit faster because you're really just doing one leg. I like the changes, you see. And see you later, Nola. Jackie James says, I have no sense of direction either. I'm exactly the same if I come out of the shop. Oh, I'm so relieved. Yes, Jackie's just the same as me. Yes, it's crazy. I'll come out. You know, sometimes if I walk along with somebody, like a friend or somebody, and when I come out, I literally just start heading the other way, and the person would drag me and go, "Come back here. Where are you going, Yogi?" I know. Ask my partner. It's like, you know, working with a child who doesn't know where she's going. So I was so grateful when I realized that Google Map has that orientation, you know, when you, it actually literally tells you which way you're facing. Because if you just give me Google Map, it's not very helpful because I still need to figure out which way I'm facing. So that, you know, that little window, it shows you where you're facing is a lifesaver for me. Otherwise, I'll still be lost there in Tottenham Court Road. Here we go. It's probably too far to take this thread. Let me see. Let me do a yogi move. I want to take my thread over to the other side. And luckily, it hasn't happened that I can remember since. It was really scary though. It's almost like you're all alone there and no one can help you because they don't know what your problem is. And Jackie, if you have no sense of direction, can you mirror? I think most people probably don't even realize whether they can or not, because unless you're teaching something like a fitness class, you probably never have to do it. But literally, if I say I'm raising my right arm, I have to raise my right arm. My brain does not understand it if I have to do the opposite. It doesn't make any sense. All right then, 718, 718, 718. Let me have a sip of my coffee. It's happening here. I think it's a bed with pink bedspread or something like that. It's very exciting. So my teddy bear has somewhere to sit on. It's not floating. And let me pick the next color here. It's a little bit more pink. The next color is 961. 961. I have one threaded already. Here we go. Oh, this is such a pink color. It's pretty pink. One, two. Jackie says, I don't know if I come out of a shop and I'm with someone, I let them make the first steps. So we're going the right direction. I'm okay with the numbers though. Really? So you have no sense of direction, but you can handle numbers. Oh, I'm getting everything then. The worst case. Yeah, it's quite weird, isn't it? If I go in to a shop and come out, I literally sometimes just go in the opposite direction and going back. And sometimes I just keep going. Sometimes I realize immediately that, oh, hang on, this looks like somewhere I came from. And sometimes I don't, and I end up to the same spot till I started. It's that bad. It's really bad. Travis says, I'm the same way. I'm better with remembering landmarks instead when I'm going somewhere. So you recognize things, right? Like a shop, like a sign, or sometimes I remember I use bus stop, but they all look the same. There are ways, I can get around, no problem. But if I ever change my route, so I cycle every day. That it's kind of my main mode of transportation. So I cycle to most places I go to. And if I ever change my route, let's say if I have to do a detour somewhere and get from A to B in a slightly different route, I get very, very, very confused. It's terrible. If it's not going straight line, I have problems. And imagine if there wasn't Google Map. Oh dear. This pink is so pretty. And sometimes, human faces is interesting as well. I don't know where all of this is kind of all part of, all linked together. I don't know, because with human faces, I'm quite extreme. Either I remember someone's face instantly, and I can associate the name with that person instantly, or it takes forever for me to remember. It's really bad. I remember one occasion. I was still working for sort of office job, and I was about to go to a meeting to a different part of the building, which I'd never been before. We supposed to be get a meeting room there. And I go over there. So I was meeting someone that I never met before. It happens quite often. If you work on a project, you need to have a meeting with someone. You might be meeting someone you've never met before within the company. So I went there, and I was trying to find the person's desk location. So we're going to the meeting room together. And so I went to that area, roughly the area the person would be. And I asked someone, they were sitting there already in the surrounding area. And I went, for instance, if I was looking for John Smith, and I say, hey, is John Smith sitting here somewhere? I'm here for a meeting with the person. And one of the people sitting in the surrounding area, it was quite helpful. It was a guy. And he goes, yeah, the person has just gone off to get some coffee. We'll be right back. And I thought, well, okay, then I'll just I'll come back later then. I just left a little bit. So I walked away. And I think maybe for only a few minutes. So this person spoke to me and tried to help me, and with the person I was supposed to be meeting. And when I came back, literally maybe only a few minutes, I went back to the same location, because I came back to check if the person has come back to the desk. Okay, if John Smith has come back. When I came back, I did not realize the I just wasn't aware, because literally I came back to the same location and asked the same question, not realizing I'm asking the same person the same question to the same person. So you know what I'm saying? So the first round I asked, is John Smith around here? And this person A, try to help me and go, hey, the person's coming back very soon. You can come back later. So when I came back a few minutes later, I looked around, didn't see John Smith. And I turned to the same person and asked the same question. And I said, is John Smith here? And this person just looked at me, really puzzled, and go, Yes, you spoke to me earlier on or something along those lines, and I literally have no recognition of this person's face, the voice, nothing. I just totally, it was totally filtered off my head. I felt so bad because he looked slightly annoyed, and literally I just walked away for a few minutes and came back, and deja vu. I was asking the same question. I don't know. It happens sometimes, and it's quite extreme because sometimes I can immediately remember the person's face instantly, and some faces I cannot. I just, you can talk to me for 10 minutes, I'll forget your face instantly afterwards. I don't know what that is. Is it a condition? I don't know. Oh, Sisk says, I have photographic memory. I recognize shop signs on my way, but I can't remember street names. Also, when I was studying in school, I could tell the teacher on which page the answer was. Sisk. Oh, I have no clue. No clue whatsoever. Wow. But you can't remember the street names. Yes, street names is really hard for me. I mean, anything that's data based, if there's a context. So, for instance, if you tell me a story, I can relate the story to someone else, but with a lot of details missed out. So I can tell the story, how it evolves, how it ends, but I cannot tell you if the person is wearing a red shirt or the house number is whatever. All the details are filtered out, just immediately lost. But I remember the context of the bigger story. And that's, my brain can handle that really well on the macro level. But anything that's detailed, I can't. I can't remember. Jackie James says, won't do mazes as they freak me out just because I have no sense of direction. I think maze is a slightly different problem. I think it's supposed to confuse you, Jackie. I wouldn't do that either. I'll be so confused. All right, the next color, 3835. 3835. 3835. And you probably notice I keep repeating because if I don't keep repeating, I forget. 3835. It's not easy being yogi. Hey, Lineker. Hello, says, hi, Yogi. Hope you're okay. Lovely, lovely teddy. Really stands out. I know. It's so pretty, isn't it? It's the panda is not big because it's 32 counts, but the teddy is tiny, mini teddy. I love it. Jody says getting old. I know. Imagine I'm 37. Okay. Imagine if it's like this. And also the episode I described was when I was student. I was 1920. So I don't know if I can blame it on. It's gonna get worse from here. Okay. It's gonna be just get worse from here. I know. Jody says I'm going through the same thing at 51. Well, 51 is still, I don't know. But what excuse have I got? It started age 20. So it's just getting worse. Yes, for a while I really thought maybe there's something wrong with me. But luckily, it doesn't seem too bad right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm always asking, does anyone in the UK have... Oh, do you mean bad weather? Well, define bad. London is fine. I think it rains from time to time, but then again, it always does. And the temperature's quite average. I'll say slightly on the mild side. But I don't know the rest of the UK. So Susan, where is everything normal on your end? No storms or hurricane? I don't know. Snowstorm. Who knows? Oh, very nice. 3A35. Let's have a look. Okay, 3A34. It's another purple. There's a lot of purple going on there. 3A34. Jackie says it's okay on everything's fine on Isle White. Susan says rainy mostly. That's normal. It's always rainy. Sisk says when I was pregnant, I had pregnancy dementia. Is that a thing? And my doctor said, if you still remember who your husband is, then you will be fine. Now I'm 35 and forget more, but it's linked to my low blood pressure. But seriously, I remember I had a boss. She got pregnant, okay? And before she had a pregnancy break, we could literally see the changes in sort of her memory and everything. And according to her, it's called mummy brain or something, pregnancy brain, because all your body's priority is to preserve the baby, keeping the baby healthy. So sometimes the brain function takes a second chair. So so that happens. That's a real thing, I think. And we could literally see the changes because normally she's very, very organized and remembers everything. And as the pregnancy developed, we could just gradually see the deterioration. It was quite funny. Well, not funny for her, but we're quite amused. And that's what happens when you get pregnant. Because I think the body just kicks into a different gear. It's like baby first, baby first. Sig says I'm stitching 3A36. Oh, I'm on 3A34. 3A36. What color is that? That's a lovely purple as well. I'm 3A34. Maybe I was on 3A36. I can't remember. Baby brain, mummy brain. Yes, exactly. Rose says thyroid problems can cause memory problems and brain fog. Oh, thyroid problem. I think probably quite a lot of things could create problems for memories. Hang on. This one is not correct. I called it. Doesn't count. Travis says baby brain. Both Tia and I have it. Hey Travis, you have no excuse. Yes, it's so funny. Travis said he gained weight as well, like empathy, baby weight. Yes, I noticed this as well. A lot of partners or husband or whatever, they gain weight as well when the lady is pregnant. I wonder it's just changing of eating habit, maybe just matching the pregnant lady's eating pattern, and you just gain more weight. I don't know whether there's any kind of evolutionary reason for it. It's interesting phenomena. A lot of husbands gain weight during that period as well. And that's before the baby's even arrived. Baby brains is real. Yes, I think it is. I heard somebody explaining that because your body just put baby first and all the sort of non-critical functions kind of just take a back seat. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, this bit's a little bit tricky. Travis says I have more of the symptoms than Tia did. Oh dear. That's hilarious. Six says since my thyroid have been removed, I forget the most random conversations. Can you remove the thyroid? Yeah, I know thyroid is probably quite important, but I don't know what happens when you have issues. Memories, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Let me count. 1, 2, 3. Travis says this so to prepare you for all the running around you're going to do. Yeah, so carry extra weight. You have something to burn, right? I get it. It's there's a sort of evolutionary reason, It's designed to do so. For the dad. One, two, three. One, two, three. Oh, Lineker says, Yogi, my mom was obsessed with Kit Kats when she carries me. How interesting. Yes, pregnant ladies, they crave for all sort of strange things, isn't it? I think my mom was craving for ice cubes when she was carrying me, and it maybe my brothers as well. I can't remember which. Yes, they crave for weird things, and my dad was running around trying to find ice cubes, like a lot of it, because she just like sucking ice cubes all day long. And do you like Kit Kats then? You know, or maybe you just can't stand it because you're having so much when you're in your mom's tummy. 3A34. 3A34. Oh, there's something happening here. Sis says Monday I was searching for my pill. I was convinced I still need to take them. Don't find my blister, start coaching for my diarrhea was finished. Still don't remember. Wow. And also I find my brain, I don't know, maybe I'm just not, when I try to remember when I was working sort of office job, maybe my brain had to work differently. I don't remember being so, because now when I do things, I literally do things in parallel. It's very hard for me to do one thing at a time. I literally do 5 things at a time. I say most of the time I complete all of them. So it's not like I forget to do one or the other sometimes, but most of the times. But I find myself having to kind of operate in a very different way. Hi, Janine. Hello, be here on time for the class, Janine. Yes, good to see you. Callan, that happens a lot. Callan says, I was also looking everywhere for my sweater. It was on the couch beside me. Yes, that happens a lot though, for most people, right? Sometimes people looking for glasses and they're actually wearing the glasses on top of their head. That's the age-old comedy. Ah, I didn't know you can remove thyroid. Next color. There's some strong colors here, so I'm very happy. No air stitching. Not in the mood for air stitching right now. All right then, 310. There you go. Why am I so excited with 310? Yes, I do it with 310 here, ready for me. Only 4 stitches. Only 4 stitches. Suzanne says ice craving is a sign of anemia. Oh really? But does it apply as well if you're pregnant? Because pregnant you're supposed to be crave for all sorts of weird things, don't you? I think some people sort of craving for charcoal or something. I ask you. I don't know why. Maybe your body is looking for some sort of, I don't know, nutrient in charcoal. I don't know. But I wonder why you're craving for ice cubes if you're anemic. I wonder why that is. Oh, Travis, exactly. Pickles are another thing people crave. I wonder why that is, though. What's in pickles? Yes, I've heard about pickle cravings for pregnant ladies. Because if you're just craving for normal foods, I mean, pickles is kind of relatively normal, it's edible, right? But if you're craving for delicious food, and that's fine, it's just a body looking for, energy. But if you're craving for something that's very unusual, or maybe only craving for one thing, it has to be that thing, or it's just not gonna cut it. Then you kind of wonder why that is. What will be the reason for nature to be this way? I mean, imagine if, nowadays we can just go to the shops and buy whatever we want. Imagine if you're a caveman, right, and your wife is craving for ice cube, what do you do? Where do you find ice cubes? That's the problem being a caveman. Oh, no, this one is not correct. Need to do one more. Hello, Dolly. Hello. Oh, I turn around and it's Dolly. My goodness. There you go. Here, babe. Dolly time. Dolly time, babe. How are you today, baby? Are you ready for a little bit of to say hello to the chat? Okay. Dolly Purring Show. Wednesday edition. Come on. She just rolled over, belly up. As usual. Not a care in the world. Ah, Dolly Purring Show. The chat is saying hello to you. You want to say hello back? Oh, it's completely belly up. Oh, there you go. Perform my daily duty of belly rub. Travis says, I've heard of people craving pickles and peanut butter together. That might taste quite good. Now you mention that. It's this, pickles are kind of sour, vinegary, and maybe it goes well with peanut butter. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, Callan didn't get any cravings. That's unusual. I think most of the time you hear stories of craving for just one thing a lot of times. Janine says, I know I'm late. Pretty soon I'm going to send to the principal office. I know, Janine, it's serious, okay? You need to be here on time for the class, all right? But for today, it's okay, forgiven for now. Tomorrow, I don't know. Rochelle says, I crave tomatoes and spicy food when I'm pregnant. I combine the two. A copious amount of very spicy salsa. My daughter's favorite food is tomato. Oh, but what about salsa then? How about chilies? That's interesting. I think if you eat a lot of certain things during pregnancy, I wonder either the child loves those foods or get put off forever because they're having so much. I wonder. Travis says the cavemen will have to go up the mountain for ice cube. Well, 310 back on the board. Jody says, Cutie, I have two cats, sisters myself. You know, Dolly had a sister as well, and it's called Molly. I'm trying to see. No, that's Dolly. I need to bring you the photo of Molly next time, because Dolly had a sister. They're coming from the same litter, and I adopted both of them together. And Molly passed away last year, became an angel. So you know, I've got Dolly now, but Dolly was one of the sisters. Ginny says, where Dolly? I don't see Dolly. Did you not see Dolly's picture? Yes, and daily purr from Dolly, live purring from Dolly. Oh, Callan says, my cat is hiding from me still because I had to take him to the vet again to follow his issues 2 weeks ago. Yes, they do hold grudges, don't they? They remember. And if you take them to the vet, you literally have to come back and apologize to them over and over again for days. And just promise them, I'm not going to do it again, anytime soon. And please love me again. Yes, they're not very forgiving when it comes to, the vet situation. Let me see. There's some really light colors. I don't fancy stitching. I want to find one that's nice and strong. Let me find this one then. Oh, this one's got tons of stitches. All right then, the next one, 154, 154, 154. Sisk says, for my daughter, I wanted salmon and chicken in curry sauce. She's 11 now, she eats it. From my oldest son, pears, spaghetti, not together, pears and spaghetti, a lot of different things I love to eat. He loves to eat. Yes, I mean, these are within normal food range, right? And they're quite nutritious. So I think they're probably good reasons for you to crave for those. But it's quite interesting. For instance, if prior to pregnancy, you absolutely hated salmon, and when you get pregnant, you love salmon, you have to eat it every day, then that's interesting, isn't it? At least you're not craving for charcoal or cardboard. Can you imagine? Just give me 2 pieces of cardboard with a bit of ketchup. Sisk says my youngest loves cream cheese and donut. That's totally normal. We all love cheese and donuts if you eat cheese and donut. Or cream cheese and donuts together. Cream cheese is savory, isn't it? Or is it? Cream cheese can be sweet as well. Ah, that's what I was talking about. Suzanne says I had aversion to beef, but started liking them a lot while I was pregnant. And what happened after the pregnancy? Do you return to not liking them anymore? I wonder. I think maybe during pregnancy, your body is, instead of your personal preferences, is trying to get you to eat things that the body needs for whatever reason. I don't know why your body needs pickles, but I'm sure that's a thing. This bit is a little bit tricky for a pin. There you go. Dolly cam. Yes, I need to set up a dolly cam. Two. Callan says regarding to the cat, he's needy. He will move on by dinner time. Yes. They'll come to terms with it. My female is not so forgiving and doesn't accept groveling. Yes. Every little cat, there's little personality, isn't it? They're all different. Oh, so Suzanne didn't like beef and then got pregnant. Oh, I still like ham, but not the beef. Okay. Interesting. Suzanne says pickles actually help a lot for leg cramps and electrolyte. So it's possible that's the reason why you crave for it. But electrolyte you can get from salty, salt. So why pickles, I wonder? And why does it help with cramps? Is it vinegar? All the questions. It's very interesting. And also, I heard that when you're pregnant, you become a lot more flexible. I learned that during my yoga teacher training. And I was fascinated because, why does it? I suppose you have to be more flexible for childbirth, I think. Human body is incredible. All right, I've got quite a few stitches down here. And just go for it. See you later, Ruth. Callan says, I still struggle to eat Mexican food. It makes the heartburn worse. Granted, kids only been here for 8.5 months, but yeah. Oh, I see. So Mexican food, is it very hot? I know salsa can be hot, but it's not as hot as some curry, I presume. Well, it depends. We've got a couple of Mexican, maybe not Mexican, I don't know how authentic they are. I'm just down my street here. And I've been to once or twice a while back. I remember just tacos and that kind of stuff. But I don't remember it being very hot. Oh, so sis still likes cream cheese. Yeah, I wonder if you crave for certain food, during pregnancy, whether you still like them afterwards. I know, so each pregnancy is probably different, isn't it? You probably crave for a different thing. One, two, three, four. This bit is quite fun to stitch. There's just tons of them. Michelle Fuller says, I used to not like bananas and yogurt. Then 2 years ago, I was sick in the hospital. Came out loving them. Wow. Is that because they gave you bananas and yogurt? Or you just randomly liking them? Start to like them? I'm trying to think if I ever sort of go 180 degree with certain food that I used to, not like, and then just liking them a lot. I'm trying to think. Barbara says, I'm 73 and not flexible at all. Maybe I need to get pregnant, Barbara. Well, yes, that's one solution, Barbara, to get flexible. Or, Barbara, you can just do some stretching. That's another way you can get flexible. Well, the only problem with trying to get pregnant so you can become flexible is it only lasts for 9 months. So after that, you have to get pregnant again. That's a lot of work. You have to keep the baby as well. Jody says, my mom craved spicy food when she was pregnant with me, and I love spicy food. Yes. Because some people, they play certain type of music they love when they're pregnant and hoping, or maybe I don't know, some educational stuff, or read books or whatever, hoping the child will pick up the preferences as well. Jackie says, I went off chocolate when I was pregnant. Oh, that's terrible. That reminds me. Chocolate time, guys. Jackie, and do you like chocolate now? Because we're having some chocolate now. Chocolate time for Yogi, yes. Oh, this has been so much fun. I just kept going. Yes, chocolate time, everyone. So today we had dolly time and no spooky bingo today. Huh. We had close call today, but not officially spooky bingo. I'm gonna switch back to this view so you get to see the panda and my little teddy bear. And I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee and have a piece of chocolate. I can't recall there's any food that I really, really dislike and then suddenly fall in love. I might have food that I liked before and not liking that much anymore. But cheers everyone. That's my chocolate. I'm having my green and blacks chocolate and sipping my coffee and trying not to get chocolate onto my fabric. Callan says, I don't think I was more flexible when pregnant. I think you're supposed to be more pregnant because I remember when I was getting yoga teacher training and it was said to us, if you have a pregnant student come to your class, just watch making sure they're not overstretching, because if they're not naturally flexible, and they're flexible because they're pregnant, because the body kind of release some sort of hormones or something, and to make the body more flexible, they might overstretch because they're not naturally flexible, so they might go too far with the body. And I was fascinated because, you know, as a dancer, I have to work quite hard to become flexible. So I'm thinking, wow, you just become, you know, you get pregnant and you just become super flexible. You can do splits and things. Cheers, everyone. Yum. Michelle Fuller says, I crave brownies and beer. Oh, are you allowed to drink alcohol during a pregnancy? It's too late. So Michelle says, I crave brownies and beer, but I had gestational diabetes, so it was a no brownies. After delivery, my friends brought brownies and beers to the hospital room. It was glorious. Yeah, I suppose, but brownies are okay, no? Or it was causing problems because of the sugar. I see. And Jackie says, I love chocolate now. To be honest, I'm just trying to think back. My love for chocolate, probably. I'm trying to think. I don't think I disliked chocolate before, but I wasn't sort of, you know, super into it until maybe about 10 years ago. I can't remember. I just remember because prior to that, if anybody's offering me a chocolate before that, I was kind of go, yeah, all right, then I don't mind it. And then, but I remember there was one period, for some reason, I just started craving for chocolate. And from then on, I really like chocolate. But dark chocolate, you know, not the sort of chocolate sweet. It's all sugar, but sort of craving for cacao. Busy Mom says, I had twins and never really had cravings. Right, so everything was kind of just normal. You don't crave for, like, I don't know, cardboard or something strange. So yes, I wonder why that is so different with everybody. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. So good. Wu says, I don't know about being flexible in pregnancy. I just remember not being able to bend to tie my own shoelaces. That might be for different reasons and not really about flexibility. I think there's something in a way that prevents you from bending over. It's quite a lot of work, isn't it? 9 months carrying a child in your body. One, two, three, four. And you just keep going. I didn't try to do a split. Yes, it should have. You should have gone for it. That's funny. Yes, apparently you just become flexible. But the thing is, some people are naturally flexible. It's called hyper um, mobility or something like that. And we were taught about that as well because for my body, I had to work quite hard to become flexible. So in a way, you build up the strength as you become flexible. So your flexibility is actually supported with a lot of strength. Okay, but if you're not naturally just hypermobile, it means that your body can go, for instance, they can probably do splits or bend backwards, but the movements are not supported with strength. And the problem with that is you could get injured because your body doesn't know where to stop. Whereas if you become flexible through training, then you know where to engage with the body, so you don't go overboard. Whereas if you just naturally, your body just goes where body goes, right? And it can be quite dangerous. So a lot of people who are hypermobile, they get injured a lot because the body literally doesn't know when to stop. And I have students like that as well. It's quite scary to look at, to be honest, because majority of people have opposite problems, right? If you don't stretch normally, most people, even people who actively train to be flexible, there's only a certain range you could go, and the body stops a certain place, and that's actually a lot safer for the body. But if you're just naturally, your body just almost like a jelly, you can go everywhere. Yes, it's quite scary, and I'm still learning on how to instruct them better, because I tend to tell them to kind of focus on alignment, because the body can go out of alignment. Imagine if your legs could literally just split wide open and go the wrong way. If you don't know how to control it, you literally, the body just goes where body goes. So, but when you instruct somebody about alignment, it sounds really abstract. Majority of the times, they don't really understand what they need to do in order to keep the body in control. So it's a really interesting area, because most people, it's a lot easier to instruct someone who's less flexible and to guide them to go, to stretch a little bit deeper. That part I understand, because that's how I became flexible. But the other way, I'm still learning. Because I don't want them to get injured. It's really weird when you see that. The body literally just doesn't, just goes everywhere. And it's like jellyfish or something. Or calamari. No calamari stitching. So if you're hypermobile, Do not just go, do not do splits willy-nilly. Wu Wu says, I don't know about being flexible in pregnancy. I just remember not being able to. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Sorry. Six says, there's a lady in the circus called Snake Girl because she's like no bones at all, really? That sounds very scary. Is she then a jelly human? Is that a real person? Snake Girl. A lady in the circus. Are we talking about now or medieval time? Back in those days when he just whirled people around like freak shows. Maybe the lady's hypermobile or maybe just very flexible. I don't know. Maybe she's trained to be that way. Hard to tell. I think you can always tell when if someone is flexible through training or flexible because the person is hypermobile. You can pretty much tell just by the way they engage the body. 1, 2, 3. But I'm sure the lady has bones. You need to have bones, don't you, for the body? Oh, right. So she's in Cirque du Soleil. So really now, but the movement she can do. Okay, sounds like if she is in that circus, then she's trained to be like that. You know, you can train the body to be quite flexible. There are some sort of something that you're born with. There are some limitations there, but there's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can do. So very often if I have students coming to me and go, well, I'm just not flexible enough to do yoga. And I'll go, that's precisely why you need to do yoga. And everybody can become flexible, I believe. Maybe not the same way. Some people will be more flexible with certain movements and less so with others, but everybody can become flexible. Nine says 6. Yes, I took on a really early morning cover tomorrow as well to help out another teacher. Normally I don't teach that early. So I have a 7:30 class. Shocking. Normally my earliest class is about 10 o'clock. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And this is a little mini balcony here. Oh, Maddie, have you not got your Amazon yet? Maddie says, I'm not happy with Amazon today. I'm just hoping it's delayed and will arrive tomorrow. 2 items, the package. Oh, for Christmas gifts. Yes, that can be stressful because you do need them before Christmas. Normally they tell you if something will be definitely definitely be delivered before Christmas. There's no guarantee, isn't it? Because sometimes shipping is not predictable. And I hope you get your parcels. Okay. So I'm going to end this color here. And this color is 154. Going back. Ginny says my Amazon package isn't coming till January 11th. Order everything in Black Friday. Oh, that's a while ago. So you ordered on Black Friday, which is the end of November, wasn't it? And it's not arriving till January 11th January. Yes, I think for buying gifts online at this time of the day of the month, it's a little bit risky because they might not arrive before Christmas. Here we go. Next color, 3688. 3688. I do have one here. Two. And three. But Janine, did they tell you they're going to be delivered so late though? Because sometimes they kind of when you order something in December, they tell you that will arrive before Christmas or something like that, just in case it's a Christmas gift or something. All right. One, two. Trying to match up. One, two. Oh, Maddie's is so sweet. Maddie has ordered dog bones for the dogs, I guess. I think the dogs will forgive you for the delay. Christmas gift for the doggies. Ah, Janine, so you knew it was going to be January. Then that's fine. Because if they told you they were arriving before and then suddenly they delayed the time, then that's upsetting. And I find shipping in general just go up a lot. Shipping or delivery of any kind. The prices just go up a lot. 3688. Ah, they told you afterwards. Amazon normally, I don't know what Amazon you're talking about, but Amazon normally give you some kind of indication, particularly around Christmas time, because they know people are ordering gifts quite often. I wonder what this is. I want to check my markup here. Very curious. Normally I don't like to look at the markup, but I'm just curious to see. Ah, okay, so it's like duvet, bedspread. That's why. I was trying to figure out what it is. And there's a little bit of air stitching happening there as well. Huh. So I am stitching the bed. Maddie says if you're on benefits in the UK, the bank refuses to give credit cards. Right, probably because they want to make sure that you can pay them back. So they want you to have actual income, I presume. Says I ordered December 5th cross stitch kits. It will arrive in 3 to 5 days. Nothing heard of have not heard of it. Last Friday I found out the shop hadn't. Ah, okay, so they told you 3 to 5 days and then they have not shipped, I presume. Let me pick another color. Let me look at the time. I should be okay. I'm aiming to go for maybe another 20 minutes. So, because I do have an early start tomorrow. I asked for it. Okay, no one forced me to do it. All right then. But after tomorrow and Friday, it's going to be a normal time Friday because my classes for the evenings, for both Mondays and Fridays, they're both on hold until January. So for the next couple weeks after tomorrow, yeah, I think from this point on till January, Mondays and Fridays will be kind of, regular time, if you like. 814. And I'm looking forward for a little bit of break as well, because I've been teaching a lot, you know, daily. So it would be nice to have some space, and it's probably good as a teacher to kind of, just regain some sort of perspective, because if you're going in and out teaching every day, sometimes you kind of just, you don't want it to become a not that I am sort of in an autopilot at all, because every class is important, but sometimes you kind of you don't have room to grow if you just keep teaching. So I quite look forward to have some time to kind of just rest and think about next year, where I want to go. That's what this time of the year is for. Reflection. Let me switch needles. This one's 26. I can feel it. Even pet food takes 10 days. I suppose that their priorities for delivery, they're probably focused on kind of items that they have to arrive before Christmas. Do you not think? All their delivery force is probably focusing on that. Stuff like daily grocery, regular things, they probably become sort of secondary at this point. Hey, Dolly. Hello, second visit. Dolly, I don't know what she wants. Done our belly rub, Dolly. Janine says we could use a yoga class activity at my resort if you want to take the trip. Oh, your resort. Where are you going then, Janine? I bet they probably offer some sort of yoga classes. If you're going to a resort, they probably have some sort of gym equipment. It sounds really lovely. Callan says, we're having a blizzard and Amazon should show up today twice. Hey, Lean Burgess. Oh, Lean. Guys, have you seen Lean's new post on our group? Lean, you're making everybody look bad with the traveling library. Have you seen Lean's web? It's breathtaking. Lean has done the fox and the sofa, the settee, the beautiful bench there. It's gorgeous. Oh my God, how do you stitch so fast? Lean, how many webs have you got that's active stitching right now? Do not tell me it's 20 and you managed to go that far with traveling library. Oh my goodness. Yes, Susan. Hello, Dolly again. Yes, hello, Dolly. I know. Dolly's after something. I don't know. I'll have a look later. Oh, Janine's working at a resort. We need more activities there. Interesting. Oh, Janine's working at a resort. How nice. So it's like holiday every day. She's looking at really relaxed people every day. That's lovely. Yes, you should offer, yoga classes for people there because, it's the best way to relax. A little bit of yin yoga, and yoga nidra. So Sisk actually saw it as well. Yes, that was beautiful. Fox and so far, I hope my supersize will work great too. I bet. So supersize is automatically max colors, I presume. Yes, it will come out gorgeous. If regular size captures that much details. But I just can't get my head around how fast you're stitching, Lynn. How do you do it? I don't know. It's crazy. So beautiful though. The fabric and everything. Oh. All right, I'm looking at the time as I have a pretty early start tomorrow. So I'm going to make the last 3 stitches, the final ones, okay? I was hoping to maybe stitch another one, but looking at the time. And so this will be my final 2 stitches. A strong finish with this burgundy color. And I'm going to end it. And so guys, and you can put your head together and figure out how many stitches I have done today, okay? So today is free roaming in the teddy zone. So it's all over the place. Cross country. So here we go. And guys, if you're new to the channel, if you're watching and don't know what's going on, at the end of every stream, we play a little game called Guess My Stitches, okay? And all you have to do is to come forward and guess how many stitches I have done since the beginning of this stream. I know. Who knows? Exactly. I have no idea either, okay? Your guess is just as good as mine. And you might just win because some of our stitches, they just throw out a wild guess and they become the winners. It works like that. It's totally random. No skills involved. The bar is pretty low. Look at this chat, no skills whatsoever. And all it needs is a leap of faith. Just come forward with a number. All right. So here we go. And I am going to zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to give you a quick recap of what's happening today on my fabric. And bring on the Guess My Stitches machine. Boom. Here we go, the Christmas edition, guys. And look at the beautiful decoration. I've been busy in my basement, okay, and every day working for this machine with my power tools. So today, the previous few sessions, I've been working on the panda panel, and I think it's pretty close to finishing. Okay, I might put in fill in the remaining areas if I have some time, and but you know, stitching with you, I just fancy venturing out in this teddy zone here, teddy land, and I think it's going quite well. Last time we materialized the little teddy here, mini teddy, and today we have a bed for the teddy to sit on. Okay, just zoom in a little bit so you can appreciate it. And I'm doing 10 stitches, and it's lovely. It's really lovely, really colorful piece. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit here for you, and let's have a look at our numbers today. Here we go. So the first to come forward is our Susan, the brave soldier here, over here in the UK with me, 325. And Sisk, oh no, Jody's offering 350. Rochelle, 283. Sisk, 375. Busy Mom, 292. And Callan, 341. Janine, 378. Love Drunk, 335. And Jackie, 291. Rachel, 285. And Betty's, yes, well, Betty Hankins, 301. Guys, yes, in this festive Wednesday stitching day, and are you ready to be confronted by my app that does not lie? Boom, here we go. Yes, this is where I am right now, and let me just zoom out so you know where I am proportionally to the entire piece. Okay, it's not bad at all. And for, you know, one Christmas of stitching, and I think I've done pretty well. So let's have a look at the number. Are you ready, guys? I'm going to count down to 3, 2. Who is going to be our lucky winner tonight? 1. Go. 303. I think I've actually done a little bit better than I thought. Anything over 200 is a win for me. Okay, so 303. Oh, Lean is offering 342. And I'm looking at Betty here, 301. Anyone closer? 303. Betty, 301. I think our Betty might be our winner tonight. What do you think? Yes? Round of applause for Betty. Yes. And Betty, you're a regular, so you know by now what you get for being a winner, okay? And Henny, yes, too late. 256. Yes, Betty. And you get appraisers from stitchers all over the world, from different time zone, okay? Yes, that's you. And yes, you're a winner tonight, okay? And here we go. And you not only you get praises, the crowns, round of applause, and you get a buffet as well. Yes, Betty's overjoyed. Yes, and you're the winner of the Festive Stitching Wednesday. And buffet is coming, guys. Susan's offering delicious food. And yes, and so Betty enjoyed the victory with me. Rachel, I don't know, make sure it's the right finger, okay? It's the right finger, Rachel. And thank you so much. So today we're finishing a little bit early because Yogi's got early morning class to teach, okay, to help out another teacher. So so this is about half past 11 UK time, and Yogi signing out. But tomorrow we're gonna make up for the time. Tomorrow, Thursday, is Stitch Whatever You Want Day, and come forward. We'll hang out tomorrow, and from tomorrow onwards, literally, a lot of my classes get cut back until January, so we'll have more time to stitch together, and I'll arrange a few things. You know, my whip parade might be coming up this Saturday, and we're gonna have the whip parade before our regular SAL. So we're gonna do the whip parade slightly earlier time on Saturday, and then we continue on with our Amy Stewart So, okay, how does that sound? Okay, so I hope to join you're going to join me tomorrow. So from the sleepy London town, Yogi is going to sign out, and I'll see you tomorrow. 99. 99. Bye bye.